So for today's video, I want to show you guys some resources for MLA and APA. So I know that learning these new documentation styles can sometimes be quite difficult for students. I never really used a APA before I started my Doctorate of Education this past fall. So it was kind of challenging for me to learn at first too. So I want to show you guys 3 really awesome areas to look for resources. So the first thing that I'll recommend over and over and over again is Purdue OWL. So I even go to Purdue OWL all the time. I probably use it at least once a week still. So you can just Google Purdue OWL. This page will instantly come up. You will see on the side, so there's an MLA guide. In the MLA guide, you will find just a brief description of everything. Some of the things that I use quite a bit are the MLA formatting and style guide over here. So one thing that I really like is the in-text citations, the basics. So they also have this citation machine here. We'll talk about the citation machine and the library databases, automatically citations in a little bit. So this talks about just some general guidelines, talks about parenthetical citations, which we'll be working a lot about. It talks about punctuation at the beginning of the sentence. It talks about in-text citations with authors, no known authors, corporate authors, multiple editions, goes on and on and on. So basically anything that you're citing, you should be able to find on this page. The next thing that I want to show you guys is in this list. So there'll be formatting quotations. Will send these links to you a lot of the time on papers that you turned in. Say, hey, look at this, review this more, stuff like that. So maybe a really good thing to do before the quizzes and just throughout the semester is really go through and just really try to learn this information. So this page has short quotations versus long quotations. By the 3rd and 4th essay, if you have poetry or longer quotes in your essay, make sure that you know how to use them correctly. So this has all the proper punctuation, all of that fun stuff. What to do if your quote's longer than 4 lines. We won't really be using endnotes and footnotes, but if you get into a class that's more complicated, you could probably use that. Another thing that I really like is the MLA Works Cited page. This is probably the thing that I send students the most often. So here's some basic rules. And then in here too, capitalization, punctuation, listing authors' names, all kinds of information in here. Just it goes on and on and on. Another thing that I really like to show students is that with the Works Cited page, it will do books, it will do periodicals, which is a lot of the things that you will find from the library database. Same as the textbook, and I'll have another worksheet too for you this semester. This right here is exactly what I expect to see. So everything on this website is verbatim what I say. There's also electronic sources, which we'll be using a little bit, not too much. Another thing that I really like is the MLA Sample Works Cited page. So this just gives you an example page. It's all in alphabetical order, shows you the formatting, shows you the order that things should go in. A lot of students do not italicize the journal title is a big thing that I've noticed in the past. And then another thing that I really like is the sample paper. So on the sample paper, we'll go through everything, the formatting, the page numbers, all of that fun stuff. So if we go back now, we'll go back to research and citation. And we will go back to APA style. The 6th edition was last year. And for the 7th edition, they actually started early spring 2020. So this year, I would like to definitely focus only on the 7th edition. I will also talk through all the changes with you guys. It can also be found here. So again, this just goes through all the very basic information. You'll want to click on the APA Formatting and Style Guide. for both MLA and APA, this is the thing that you'll want to click on. So again, there's the general format. There's also the citation again. The fonts have changed. It talks about the title page, all of that fun stuff. A big thing that I want you guys to know with the changes to APA 7 is that you'll see on here there's a professional paper and that there's a student paper. I will reiterate this in class, but I definitely guys want you to do the student APA title page, which that means that there will be no running header. So I know that our running headers have been a big thing with APA in the past. So again, you guys look in here. So here's in-text citations, the basics, the exact same thing as the MLA. We won't be using endnotes again. Here's the in-text citation basics. So it goes by authors. Here is articles and periodicals. So this is the thing that we will be using the most. So this gives you the format for the works cited. Notice that the authors' names are different, and it also places emphasis on the year is a big difference. So this will go through all the articles with you. There's also electronic sources here. Headings we will use a little bit for the final paper maybe, so we can talk about that. And here's also an APA sample paper too, which you can look for. So this will give you the same heading, the same works cited page, or the reference page, all of that stuff. So this is a really, really awesome source. Please, please, please make sure that you keep consistently using this. I will tell you guys over and over and over again this semester, Purdue OWL, Purdue OWL, Purdue OWL is absolutely the best thing for you guys to review. The next thing I want to show you guys is, it will be in other videos this semester, but I want to review it again with you. So if you click the Lord's portal, and then you log in, so in the portal, you have to go to Road to Success. In the Road to Success, under Review, you'll see Academic Writing. So you will see something about a thesis. You will see all of these grammar things. If you ever get a paperback that says, passive versus active sentences, then you have no idea what that means. This would be an awesome place for you to go. There's also pre-writing strategies, writing strategies. In here also, there is a writing styles. So here's a document about APA headings, how to cite 30 sources in an MLA, locating a DOI, paraphrasing an MLA, paraphrasing in Chicago, paraphrasing an APA. We will work a lot more with this paraphrasing in APA because APA doesn't want as many direct quotes as MLA. So all these are very, very helpful, awesome resources for you. Once again, too, if you go through this page, there is a million different things here. Here is a workshop just about APA 2. Oops, that actually takes you to Purdue OWL, which is probably the best place to go. Here's an APA 6th edition graduate video. So again, there's tons and tons and tons of resources here for you. So remember, Purdue OWL was the first thing we looked at. The second thing we looked at was the Road to Success. The third thing that we're going to look at, and we'll go through this at least 10 times this semester, is the library database. So you search library database, you click the big blue search button. We are going to search for a fun topic. We will do coronavirus 2020, that's what everyone's talking about. I'm preparing these online videos now over the summer, just in case so I can be ahead for the fall. So once again, whenever you're in here, you want to do full text. You'll want to do scholarly. So let's look at this one. So we're going to click the article. It's PDF full text. Under here, we'll go to Cite. This will not give you in-text citations, but it will give you APA and MLA citations. So looking at this one, I will strongly suggest this to you over and over and over again. These are about 80% correct is what I have found. I've used these library databases more than you guys probably ever will, and I know for a fact that about 80% of them are correct. There is something wrong with this one. The title should not be all capitalized. Novel coronavirus, bird's eye and view should not be capitalized. And MLA, everything is capitalized. And this one's actually perfect. So you could copy and paste this one. One other thing that I want to show you guys. So I'm going to copy this. Open up Word. And then I'm going to paste it into a Word document. You'll notice that there's this gray background in here. Always make sure that you retype it so there's not that gray background, and then so you can also add the proper spacing and indentation. So these are 3 awesome resources for you guys to use with MLA. Again, you can also go on Canvas, and I post numerous things, numerous presentations and review guides and all that stuff. So if you ever feel lost, here's some helpful resources for you.